Jean. Hey, hello. I think we're up and running. Woohoo! Hello, hello. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Stacey. So we'll give people a couple seconds to jump on, and we're going to get started right away. So we can see all the food being made. So shout out in the chat. Oh, I'm going to turn the chat on so I can see it. So shout out in the chat, you know, who you are, what you're most excited about, maybe some things on your wish list. I would love to know. Tonight we are making a Peruvian chicken, so a whole chicken with the Peruvian green sauce. We're also doing sautéed vegetables, which we're going to do in new cast iron. So that's the new summer product that's coming out June 1st. So I can't wait to show you guys that one. And last but not least, we're going to make a chocolate cake in the microwave. So jump on in, say hello, let me know you're here. If you have questions, you can unmute at any time. I am talking a little bit loud because the air fryer is already running. So I started the chicken, I'd say just over 30 minutes ago. So it's cooking away. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here. Ready? Whoop. Look at that puppy. She's just, oh, it smells delicious in here. So it's just on rotisserie. So I don't know if you guys can see it if I turn the light on. Not really. But yeah, so that's cooking away. It's going to be ready in like 12 minutes for us. So we're going to keep going on until that is ready. Oh, we're also going to do some homemade French fries. So without further ado, let's tilt this down and we can get started on making French fries. So this little puppy right here is called the Ultimate Mandolin. It can pretty much do, or the Rapid Prep Mandolin, it can pretty much do anything and everything you can ever imagine. So on the back here, you've got the two dials, your top dial. So this would be if you want like slices. So let's say you're doing cucumber coins or stuff like that. This is French for, oh, sorry, this is like your skinny, like a shoestring hash brown, or if you wanted to julienne carrots or something like that. And then this one is your French fries. And then all the way from 1 to 9. So 1 being your skinniest. So if you wanted to make homemade chips, it would be on like 1. And then if you want, we're going to do all the way up to this biggest number for our French fries. So you just rotate them and good to go. So then this is how it stores away. So it doesn't take up too much room. But you open this up and this little piece slides down. And these are where your blades are. So that reason that you have that obviously so nobody can cut themselves. And then you just rotate your handle and then it opens up. So then this piece here, so it has little legs that pop out. So this piece here is called your hopper. So that's what pushes your food through so that your fingers are nowhere near any blades. Everything is nice and safe and easy. And then our little bin that it all stored into can now insert into the back and it just goes over this V so it catches all of our food. So maybe I'll show you guys a coin first so you can see what it looks like. Well, it's going to be a really thick coin. So we're going to go a little bit thinner. So we just, this is our pusher, so we just gently push. And these are just really thin ones. So this would be perfect for like a salad. You might make it even a little bit thicker. You could go thicker if you wanted to do, say, like scalloped potatoes or something like that. I'm going to put it on a julienne style. So you can see what it would look like. Like, let's say you're making your own salad rolls, or this morning we did hash browns. You can kind of see the size of those ones. I'm just going to dump those out because we're going to get straight into making French fries. So again, my name is Stacey. I'm a leader with the Pampered Chef. I'm super excited to have you guys all here with me. I love people and feeding people, but I don't typically like everyday cooking. That's where Pampered Chef kind of comes comes into my life is it helps me make every day easier because we are a family of 5. Perfect. So now this would be our like French fry size. So I'm just going to keep on. We got about 4 more potatoes to do. So use my jiggly table. Have a like one of those fold-up tables that I popped out, so I could be close to my air fryer. It's called True Love. I don't even know how I used to feed my family before I got that thing. Oh, there we go. And then these seem like really small French fries. They are. That's all right. That's better. And now you can see how nice, perfect French fries every time. So you can do like your sweet potatoes. What we do cauliflower rice with it. We do all of our vegetables with it. Of course, it goes in the dishwasher, which is
Yes, Daddy, Mommy's kind of
one of my favorite things. So
move dogs.
that.
Where's the spider?
If you're on and you've got people in the background talking, if you could just mute yourself, that would be awesome. So we are just, sorry, bear with me here, guys. Okay, so if you haven't seen this one, it's brand new. So it's used to measure your oil and stuff. I don't know if I can see if you guys can see these lines here, but it's got teaspoons and milliliters on it. And then all you're going to do is squeeze this little thing and you can watch it fill. And so then you know exactly how much, like if you're doing a salad dressing or something like that, you know exactly how much oil you are putting in. So we're just going to put a little bit of oil in there. That's just going to make sure that all of our seasoning is going to stick, right? So we don't need much oil, just a little bit, which is the really nice thing about having an air fryer. If you have an air fryer, I would love you to shout out in the chat if you do, what you like to make in it, what you love about your air fryer. Maybe you have an air fryer that you don't love, you don't have the Pepper Chef one, and you're like, yeah, well, mine's just okay. So ours comes with 2 trays, so the flat trays. You can actually fit 3 trays in it. Obviously comes with the rotary spit to do a single chicken. And then it also comes with the basket that we're going to use right here to do our French fries. But some of the things I use in it the most, I would say, are these 2. So these are the modular sheet pans. I do like brownies in them. I do like saucy shrimp and stuff in them, or like a saucy chicken or a roast. I also use this one. This is the small bar pan, a whole ton in there because I can just do like 3 cookies or stuff like that. All right, without further ado, let's pop this puppy open and start putting our seasoning on. We're just gonna, if you're doing frozen potatoes, like frozen fries, it's gonna be a little bit different timing. But one of my favorite things about the air fryer is it comes with the cookbook. So all of our big electric tools come with a cookbook, and literally the first 5 pages is like frozen foods, and then it gives you all the different times. Like my kids use this for chicken wings, chimichangas, like frozen fish, pasta sticks, all that kind of stuff, like quesadillas, and then it goes into like roasted vegetables, chicken and fish. Rotisserie, and then dehydrating, and then it goes into different actual recipes. So I love that it comes with a cookbook to get you started. So, and I always kind of say our air fryer is kind of like easy bake for adults because it does so much more than air fry. It air fries, bakes, roasts, rotisserie, reheats, and dehydrates. So my husband will make like beef jerky and stuff in it. Then he can do it without the sugar and all that kind of stuff. So it does so much more than just air frying. It's not one that has a little basket that you have to like have oil in and constantly be taking out to shake and stuff. So so many more things, or it doesn't have an arm that goes around and like kind of squishes your food. So what am I putting on here? I'm putting everything but the pizza. If you do not have the seasoning, it is phenomenal. So far today, I have made bacon, hash brown patties, roasted asparagus in my air fryer. Yes. So
Yeah, it goes in and
many
out and out and
things that you can make in your air fryer. Absolutely. Yeah, I am trying to talk as loud as possible. Amber, I apologize for the air fryer going. It's a little bit loud with the background noise for sure. I have my computer volume up as loud as she will go. So, and then the other one I'm going to add on, of course, seasoning salt.
No, because when I clicked it went on.
All right. I'm just going to set this aside. Our chicken is all done. As soon as our chicken is done, we will pop these puppies in. But in the meantime, we are going to continue on and start making our green sauce. So it's just a Peruvian green sauce. I had never had it before the Camera Chef came out with this recipe. So yeah, it's very, very tasty. I absolutely love it. My family loves it. So what we're gonna do is cilantro. So you can see I just have some cilantro here. So this little puppy is the manual food processor. It's really great for doing like dips and sauces. So we do like guacamole in it fairly often. We do hummus in it. We do salsa in it. I just find, so you stop when it's the consistency you want it to be. So like with salsa, I will put the onion and the cilantro in first. And then at that point, I will add, like do a few pumps, like probably 6 or 7, as you'll see. And then after that, I will add my tomatoes so that they're not just mush. So then it calls for 1 jalapeno. So we're going to slice our jalapeno and we're going to take the seeds out. So by taking your seeds out, you're making it way less spicy. So just remove our seeds. So what I'm going to get you guys to do, because this morning we kind of ran out of time and I don't want to do that today, this afternoon with you guys. So what I'm going to do is there's going to be 2 different giveaways. We're going to have a couple different prizes today. So the first one is going to be if everybody can grab their phone. So grab your phone right now. Grab your phone, get it to texting. Go into your texting. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. You're in your texting. And you're going to type in the number 587-209-2433. So 587-209-2433. And you're going to text me your full name and your consultant's name or your host's name. Just fire me a quick text and you're going to be in for 25 tickets for our door prize. And then our second one is going to be 25 additional tickets when you order today. And then 10 additional tickets when you order tomorrow. So we can hear this puppy beeping in the background. This is our removal tool. So again, 587-209-2433. Text me your full name and your consultant's name. So I'm looking for this one. You guys ready? Woo! The removal tool is just so it's hot. Oh baby, look at that. Who made a chicken on the counter? So I'm just popping it into the skillet, the cast iron skillet. This is my husband's hand helping me. He helps me with many, many things in the kitchen. He actually loves doing cooking. I like baking a little bit more. So I'm just going to pop this in. Bear with me. Now we just want to hit rotate. And then these are gonna just start cooking away. We're gonna let those puppies just go and continue on. So yeah, so send me a text. I don't have my phone on me, but I'll check them as soon as we're done. So I've got 1 jalapeno in here, basically a half a package of cilantro. We want 2 garlic cloves. So if you have not seen the garlic press is the reason Pampered Chef was invented. It hasn't changed in 45 years. So the only thing that's changed is where the Barbie brush is held. So now it's in the handle. It used to clip to the front. I'm just gonna pop that out. You do not have to peel your garlic. So if the garlic is not peeled, you can just pop it in there and then press. Use the end of your Barbie brush to scoop it off so that you're not wrecking it. Often the skin will stick right to the plunger. Just take that off and do our second one. If it doesn't stick, then we scoop it out with this piece. Look at all that garlic, beautiful. So this one didn't stick too much. So we just pop it in there. And then of course, the brush inserts for cleaning. All right, 2 cloves of garlic, grated Parmesan. So this is one of our new cheese graters. I absolutely love it. It has the fat side. So I even do it. Is anybody a baker? I love baking. So I even do it like if I'm doing pie or anything like that. I will do this for my crust instead of trying to pop up all my lard. And then on the other side, it's essentially like kind of almost a zester. So you can do a little bit of both depending on how you want your parm to be. That's how guard, but of course I didn't take mine out because, you know, I don't follow rules. So there we go. So Parmesan. So now we want some white wine vinegar. Or sorry, white vinegar. So measuring spoons, I love these. So this is the tablespoon. They come as a set of 2. They're adjustable. So this one goes all the way down to a teaspoon, and this one goes down to 1/8 of a teaspoon. And then all the way up to a teaspoon, all the way up to a tablespoon. So in this case, we want 1 tablespoon. So in the oven, we have cooking right now. We just have some like peppers and onions. And they're just being done, like we said, on that new piece of cast iron, which is beautiful. And they also have, comes with it, this is acacia wood. So this is going to be your holder to put it on after. We also have an acacia wood cutting board, which is absolutely gorgeous. Anytime you get cutting boards, you can see the ones I have down here. These ones are silicone. They've got the rubbery edges on them, so they don't flip around or anything like that on you. But also, so plastic ones, so whenever you get plastic cutting boards, you should be tossing them about every year because of bacteria. Silicone is about 10 years. Wood is lifetime. So these are our salt and pepper grinders. So absolutely love them. I love that you can adjust the size of the grind on the inside here. And then you can always see, obviously, how much is left. And there's no like springs or coils. You just open the top, dump more in. You don't have to worry about losing any pieces. And last but not least, so Ricky's just gonna pop. This is the sautéed vegetables. Isn't that look beautiful? Pop that puppy in there. And last but not least for our sauce is mayonnaise. So these are called our measure-o cups. So they're really great whenever you have something sticky. This is a 1/2 cup of mayo. And I'm just going to eject it out. Great, like if you're doing peanut butter cookies or anything like that. But yeah, you just eject it out and then you can scrape it off and you know you got it all. You're not like, oh, did I get it? Did I not get it? I'm getting more back into the measuring tool and I'm getting out. Measure-o. So this is your food processor. Just put that on and we want this to be like a nice, well-mixed sauce, kind of like a hummus, a little bit creamy, but still well blended.
Dad, you need to get going at 6:30. Roberta, can you mute yourself, please?
Thank you. So yeah, you can see there how it's blended. I might do a couple more pumps, but probably not too much. This is a really, really great summer sauce for any meat. Like if you're making steak, you're making chicken, if you're making pork chops, anything like that, this is a really great sauce. Also with chimichurri is a really, really good sauce. All right, so that is ready to go. So dinner is almost done. Our chicken is done. Our sauce is done. Our vegetables are done. I'm just waiting on our French fries. You should smell this. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. So delicious. Yeah.
I can smell it here. It smells good.
It does. It smells so good. It's just like that little bit of vinegar. If you're a cilantro fan, if you're not a cilantro fan, you're kind of like, ew. Last but not least, it's dessert time, friends. So has anybody, tilt it up a little bit so you can see your face. Has anybody ever made a cake in the microwave? Have you ever even thought about making a cake in the microwave?
Just the mug cakes in the ceramic egg cooker.
Yes. So we are going to make a whole cake right now in 13 minutes. So nothing fancy dancy. I am not making a cake from scratch. This is literally like Betty Crocker's chocolate cake. I'm dumping it in our classic batter bowl. And I'm just following the instructions on the back with a little bit of enhancements, aka chocolate chips. So I have everything pre-measured out according to our instructions on the back. How many people throw the box away and then they have to go back and get it out of the recycling to follow the instructions? That would be me. So we've got our oil, our water. These are our easy read measuring cups, so you can see right through and see exactly how much of everything you're putting in. And of course, some eggs. Oh, wait, you know what I missed in that sauce? Lime. Dump that in. Give it a little whisk whisk. You guys heard the air fryer beep behind me. So it always beeps halfway through. And the reason that it does that is because the heat always comes from the top of your air fryer. This little square that you see up there, that's where it sucks in all the air and it sucks it right through the element. So it's nice and hot and dry and you don't have to use any oil or anything like that. But if you do have two trays in there, that when it beeps at you, you want to rotate which one is on top. That way they're cooking nice and evenly. So nothing fancy schmancy here. We're just mixing that puppy up. Now right here, this is called a rock crock. So this is stoneware with a ceramic finish. Here's my little oil. So we're just going to give it a little bit of oil so that we don't stick. But stoneware with a ceramic finish, so it's 100% clean eating, which is lovely. I love that. But it's good to 750 degrees, whereas your regular stoneware is only good to 480 degrees. This one is good right up to 750 degrees, so you can use it on your barbecue. You can use it on your campfire. It comes in two different pot sizes and 2 different flat sizes. We're just going to dump this right in here.
Live for a couple of hours, but I just put TV on.
And then we do,
Marianne, can you please mute yourself?
and then we do have a glass lid as well. We are just going to put actually a piece of paper towel over top of this one in the microwave. So 1 cup of chocolate chips. This is called Heavenly Chocolate Cake. So you can add almonds, you can add nuts to it if you want. If you're like a dried fruit person, you can add some of those in there as well. And I am just going to pop this in the microwave for 13 minutes and it flips right out onto a plate. So just stay tuned. All right, awesome. We are gonna just let that go. I realized when I was talking to you guys, I looked over and I forgot lime in our sauce. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add some lime in. Never fail. I am a pampered chef, not a professional chef. So this is a citrus press. Whenever you use your citrus press, you don't want to put your fruit in the same way as it looks like it should go. You actually want to put it backwards because it's going to flip it inside out and you're going to get way more juice out of your lime or out of your orange or out of your lemon or whatever it is that you're juicing. Plus, it's not going to spray back and hit you in the eye. It might spray out to the side, but you can see how it just flips it nicely inside out. But yeah, it's not going to spray back at your face, which is also very nice.
Where's my Yeah. That's some,
Awesome.
you want to do something again? No. You wanted a red.
I'm just leaning in here, guys.
You're having a white dinner. Did you want a red?
Definitely. Has everybody sent me the text? If anybody's late coming today, send me a text message. So 587, the phone number's in our chat, 587-209-2433. And that's going to give you 25 tickets in for our door prize. And you're going to text me your name and your consultant's name or host's name. And then when you order this evening, you're going to get 25 additional tickets. Tomorrow you get 10 additional tickets. Tuesday the party closes. If you order Tuesday, you get 5 additional tickets. But yeah, if you forget that number, just drop it in there. You got it. Oh, I see Melinda put it in there too. Thank you. You're awesome. All right, this is done now. All right, so while we wait, we got a couple more minutes. We might not get the prize. The prize often need an extra little bump. So we might not get the prize today, but that's okay. So look at, I'm just gonna move that over. These are our chef tongs. I love them. I love that I can do it with one hand. So you just have your little ball joint there. So all you have to do is squeeze and it opens, squeeze and it closes. Because it's always when you have raw chicken in your hands or raw meat in your hands that you need to have this. So I'm just going to move our vegetables over to one side here. And I'm going to pop our chicken on there with it. Look at that. That's basically dinner. And how delicious does that look? We're going to have, I mean, this is my husband and I's dinner, and then the kids will have French fries to go with theirs. While we wait, though, for our cake to finish, I will just show you guys some of our cookware because I'm very passionate about, well, I guess you guys heard me talk about clean cookware. So cooking with clean tools is super important to me. I used to own a cloth diaper service. I think people need to be somewhat conscious of what you're putting in your body. So these are our 3 non-stick frying pans. All of the handles, as you can see, come off. So this means that they can nest together nicely. So you don't need as much storage space when you're putting them away. And then every single handle fits on every single frying pan. So you don't have to have all of your handles out. You can just have 1 or 2 out. You know, unless you're doing like a big Easter dinner cook and you're using lots of pots and pans, having 1 or 2 is more than enough out for the time, like for day-to-day use. So our cookware is something called anodized steel. So it is not a Teflon base, it's PFOA free, which is the cancer-causing agent that you get in Teflon. You should never get chipping or flaking or anything like that. If you're getting that, that's not pepper on your food. It's actually, let's take it out. It needs a little more. Sorry. 10. I'm going to up our temperature to 400 and rotate. Anyway, so anodized steel, it's reinforced with titanium, so you can actually use metal tools right on here. It's not a big deal. You can use, metal tools right on there. It has 5 internal cores, so it has 5 cores inside here. That's going to continually be moving and spreading your heat, so you're not going to have any cool spots, you're not going to have any hot spots, you're not going to have any warping. Everything is going to cook really nicely and evenly. And that titanium core comes all the way up to this top edge. So if you think of yourself like boiling water and you just see bubbles coming up straight from the bottom, that means that you only have a core at the bottom of your pan, and that's where your heat is coming from. If you're using professional cookware and you're boiling water, it'll come in rolls across the top because your heat is coming from every different direction. So I'm going to kind of show you what that looks like. I'm just going to throw some ice cubes in here. This has not been sitting anywhere hot or anything like that. It's just been sitting on my counter. And we're literally going to be able to watch these melt in front of our eyes. And the reason, see, I'm like a little science nerd. I love science. So the reason that is because the titanium core is pulling the cold the same way as it would pull the heat. So it's just constantly pulling it out of your ice cubes and moving it around the pan. So I don't know if you guys can see it starting to run. And this has been what, 10 seconds? So what does this also mean for you? Anybody else come home from work and they're like, oh my goodness, I forgot to take something out for dinner? That's me all the time. Even when I work at home, I forget to take stuff out for dinner. So you come home from work, you throw, like, come in the door or whatever, like you remember at 4 o'clock after picking your kids up from school, you come in, you throw your meat in your frying pan, depending on how much meat you're cooking, how big the frying pan you need. Set it on your stovetop, go get changed, or go chat with your kids about their day. And 45 minutes, an hour, your meat's thawed and ready to cook. So you don't get that gross rubbery edge trying to like thaw it in the microwave or anything like that. You just throw it in your cookware and it will thaw it for you. So you should not be buying also frying pans. You should not be buying them every year or two. Our frying pans are lifetime warranty. Now, they're not cheap. They are definitely worth hosting a party for, but they are worth every penny at full price as well. So they're absolutely phenomenal. So we use this 12-inch one, like we're a family of 5. We fill this 12-inch one at least 3 or 4 times a week. So I'm just going to hand this off to my hubby, who's the best helper ever. Our kid has 4 minutes left on it. So I'm going to open this up a little again. So yeah, any questions right now? Does anybody have any questions? Maybe we should cut into this chicken, see how it looks. All right. I'll show you guys my favorite knife. So this is not the chef's knife. I typically would use the chef's knife for this. But there's 2 different, these are my 2 favorite knives. The reason that I love them personally, they're a 5-inch blade. And I find that they're just nice for my hands. So this is the utility knife. This is the one you saw me using earlier. This is the Santuco knife. It's my absolute favorite. Why? It has cheese dimples. So the cheese dimples mean it won't stick to sticky things, aka in my case, cheese. And yeah, and it's just a nice fit for your hand. So whenever you're holding professional grade knives, you should have this little like lip here. So you want to pinch there and wrap your fingers behind. This is going to make it ergonomically correct and make sure that your arms are not tired when you're cutting. So we're just going to start with removing our string. So this is a bigger chicken than it normally says in the air fryer cookbook, but you just have to tie it up a little bit tighter than you normally would. That piece doesn't want to come off. So let's just take a little slice into here and see how she looks. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's like so beautiful and juicy. Whew, hot. Thank you, honey. Yeah, so look how perfect that is. You can just see it steaming. Woo! So yeah, you would never think to make a chicken on your actual stovetop. I'm just gonna wash my hands really quick. Oh, my husband's eating it. He says it's really good. seconds while I wash my hands. Looks like our cake is about ready as well. I'm just going to get rid of some stuff out of my way. So what is going to be the icing on our cake? Nutella. So I just put a little bit of Nutella. These are our silicone bowls, so really great for any time you want to pour stuff. Also silicone, good up to 450 degrees. So as soon as I take that cake out, I am going to I'm going to flip it out onto a plate, and then I'm just going to pop that Nutella in the microwave for like 30 seconds. Just a really quick heat up. So these little minis here, these are our mini mitts. I call them my crab hands. I love them for the air fryer because they're nice and little, so I can pull my trays in and out nice and easy. I find big oven mitts, I feel awkward, I guess. I'm not a graceful person. I'm kind of a messy person to begin with. So give me big mitts on and I'm even less graceful. So I love these little ones. We're going to use them to pull our rock out right now. This one's the rock Dutch oven. Oh, it's perfect. It looks perfect. I'm just going to show you guys how you know your cake is ready. I don't know if you can see that, but right around the edge, I gotta take my glove off here. Right around this edge here, you can see it's pulling away from the pan. So that's what you want. That's what you want to see. So that way you know it's nice and ready. Wish me luck. I haven't made this in a long time. Give it a little shimmy, shimmy. Woohoo! Look how beautiful that looks. You can see the steam coming off. Yeah, we almost never make dessert in our house anymore. So those are the chocolate chips that you see all melty all over there. So yeah, 12 minutes. I did 12 minutes in the microwave. I'm just going to put the pan back on and center it a little bit more, just because when I put the Nutella on, I want it to pour somewhat evenly and not spill over the edges. So you just want to really quick warm up with your Nutella. I do want to thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I hope you guys have had as much fun as I did. Make sure you text me to win, because, well, let's face it, there's nothing better than prizes. If you would like a party like this of your own, definitely talk to your consultant. If I'm your consultant, yay. If anybody on my team's your consultant, yay. You've ever thought of, doing something like this? Yeah, we get paid to cook dinner for our families. If you've ever thought of doing something like this, we have an amazing signing deal this month. So talk to whoever invited you here, because the month's almost over and we never know what next month's going to bring as far as bonuses. How scrumptious does this look? So if we wanted to right now, we could put flakes of chocolate on top. We could put flakes of almonds on top. My husband is a big non-nut fan in baking, so we're not doing that at my house, but I have done it many times at ladies' night parties. Ready? Looks absolutely terrible, doesn't it?
Got 1 minute left, Stacy. 1 minute.
All right, awesome. Well, everything's basically ready. Let's take a quick boo at these French fries. I'm not 100% sure they'll be ready. Look, they look pretty good.
Look good.
Sometimes I make too many. Some of you guys can see them in there. They're nice.